Hi sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Nanyacim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification so you get notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all, and I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you for always coming back to watch my videos and subscribing. You all are the very best. So today, it's actually about a white man who said that white people are professional gaslighters and liars when it comes to race. You know what? Stay glued to your screen. Do not touch the dial. Let me roll the clip so we all can see and hear what he got to say. And also, I will roll the stitches and then come back. We'll talk about it. And you know what? Let me know what you all think in the comment section. Let's get into this video.
I hate to say it, but white folks are largely professional gaslighters when it comes to race. We are professional liars when it comes to race. It's part of white supremacy and how it functions and how it works. From the very first African that was enslaved, we have been gaslighting black folks as white people. That's our culture, that's our tradition, that's our indoctrination, and that's what we do, and that's what we do best. We lie every single day. And we lie to black people, we lie to each other, we lie to ourselves about race. We gaslight. Gaslight, if you don't know, it's a psychological term. It's where the abuser tells the victim that this reality of you being abused is not really happening. It's just something in your imagination. You're being paranoid. You're being too sensitive. All this abuse is not real. And if it is real, it's only because you deserved it. I was trying to help you. It's justified somehow. We have always justified our racism. And if we're not justifying it, we're denying it. If we're not denying it, then we're deflecting it. The last thing white people would do is simply acknowledge the truth racially. That's why I say we're bullshit artists. We are professional fucking liars and gaslighters. That's exactly what we do as white people, and that's the fucking truth. And if you deny it, you're a fucking liar. 90% of white people today, right now in America, no matter how young or how old, we've been so profoundly indoctrinated that we cannot simply acknowledge the truth racially. Can't do it. And if we do it, there's a but or a deflection. Can't do it. 90% of us will not do it. So this is why we are gaslighting academically. This is why Black history all around America right now is being criminalized. That tradition of gaslighting, that tradition of hiding, that tradition of pretending racism is not real is their educational system. And they want to protect that tradition. They do not want the truth to be out. People know that the hope is with the younger generation. Isn't that what they always say? I hope the younger people, I hope the next generation will do better. They know that if the truth ever gets taught racially, that's why CRT is banned. That's why if you talk about race, it's banned. All around America, states, counties, schools, teachers, threat of arrest, Black stories, beautiful Black books, banned, erased, censored, libraries empty, criminalization of Black history, folks. Because why? Because white people are racist. White people are all about denying. White people are all about gaslighting. That's our tradition. Deny, deflect, never teach the truth, never acknowledge the truth. Because if we do, if we teach the truth, what will happen? White supremacy could be threatened. Economic advantages for white people, the dominant position could be threatened. They're threatened, like all bullies are threatened. They're threatened by their victims. So of course they don't want the truth to be taught. So what do? They keep it whitewashed. They keep the lies perpetrating, the narratives, the whitewashing. Pretend George Washington, Andrew Jackson were heroes as they owned hundreds of slaves. Keep pretending. Keep denying, keep whitewashing. Let's not learn about Black heroes. Let's not learn about Black stories. Let's not learn about Black history. Let's not learn about Black contributions. Why? Because that would be the truth. And that's not our tradition. We're supposed to promote whiteness. That's how white nationalism works. They pretend that, we're innocent. We're trying to protect the sensitivity of our white children. No, you're not. You're trying to keep white supremacy and your privilege alive. You want to be on top the same way that your parents wanted to be on top and their parents wanted to be on top. That's how white supremacy works. It's a power thing. The idea of dismantling white supremacy cannot happen until we can teach our children the truth. Folks, I
mean, he actually said so many things. And like I keep saying, the truth is that for you to fight something, first of all, you have to acknowledge that something like this is happening. If you refuse to acknowledge that something like this is happening, you cannot solve that problem, because you have to agree. You have to take responsibility and then say, yes, this is happening, and then let's find a solution to it. Not until then, I mean, we are not even talking. And I keep saying, the solution to your problem lies in your problem. You all can see what is going on, especially in Florida, how the CRT, is being banned, how what kids are reading is being controlled and all of that. I mean, it's a whole lot going on. But then you all heard all he said. You know what? Do not go anywhere. There are so many stitches to this. So let's get into the stitches and see what they are saying about this. So here we go.
White folks are largely professional gaslighters when it comes to race.
Wait a minute. Go watch the rest of his video. It's a little long, but it's very worth it. One of the most interesting things that I realize when I listen to messages like this is how white people, not all white people, but most white people, internalize this message. When they hear white people, they hear all white people. Because my white people out there who are doing the work, who really understand what flammability is and fragility, and they see the problem and they can identify where the problems lie all across our systems and publicly and between races, and they understand the disconnect. When they hear messages like this, they're unfazed. They agree. They're in the comment section saying, he's 100% right. He says 90% of white people do what he explains in that video, and I happen to agree. But unfortunately, the issue of racism spans far beyond just racist white people, because white supremacy has injected itself in communities of color, which is why you hear people on TikTok who are Mexican or Puerto Rican bash their own people. You'll also see black people bashing black people. Now, more than ever, white supremacy, not just racism, white supremacy, the very glue that holds racism together in our country, is being threatened at such extreme levels. And most white people understand this, and they're very uncomfortable. This is why messages like this are extremely important to ingest, to help you sit back and take a look from the outside in and say, wow, is he right? What am I doing? How am I contributing to this bullshit? No matter the color of your skin, no matter your ethnicity, what do your biases look like? How do you handle traditional stereotypes? What role are you playing in the dismantling of this fucked up system? Have a level of self-awareness that you've never had before. Learn from it, because education is the key to progress. The minute you step on that path, the better we become as a society. Keep up the fight.
White folks are largely professional gaslighters when it comes to race. We are
100% agreed. If you are not anti-racist every single day and calling out white supremacy and its tentacles of patriarchy and colorism and all sorts of other transphobia, white supremacy is the weed, the root. And every time we try and pluck it out, it comes right back because we're not pulling out the dirt. Because we're not pulling out the dirt with it. And the dirt, it's the truth. And calling out the truth even when it's uncomfortable. Even if it means losing friends and family. If those people don't align with you on human rights, I mean, if you don't have to interact with them, don't. If you try and highlight it to them and they ignore it, they gaslight it, they deny it, they deflect it, they lie, call it out and leave. Call it out, nice them out. Call it out and don't give them access to your kids. If you're not doing this stuff, man, you're part of the problem.
Are largely professional gaslighters when it comes to race.
First of all, can I just say thank you to all of our comrades on that side of the fence. I appreciate you. Thank you. Because I live in a redheader town in California. I live in an area where there is not a lot of diversity, but they are continuously protesting the idea of diversity or inclusivity because heavens to Betsy. Now, is it just me? Well, obviously it's not just me because our brother over there has called it out. But it's the same people who are talking about racism doesn't exist anymore. I don't even see color. Those people are the same ones talking about no more CRT. The people talking about, don't you know all black people are violent? Do the research. First of all, that's rich coming from someone who barely passed the 3rd grade, but we're going to skip that. Second of all, it's also rich coming from people who have never had an actual black friend in their life. Those are always the ones talking about, look it up, educate yourself. Don't you know that all black people are like this? I'm so confused. Which one was it? Are we all horrible or does racism not exist? Which one is it? The ones who don't know anything about black history in this country are the same ones who will be quick to say, I don't believe that fact you just said because I didn't hear about it in school. So you acknowledge that you have missed out on information that you should have been taught in school but weren't, yet you are protesting against any information being taught at all because, heaven forbid, it might cause white guilt. The children might find out that their grandparents, Grammy over there who gives them $20 every Christmas, was one of the main people throwing rocks when the schools desegregated. Yeah, they're still alive and still pulling strings and still protesting and still holding board positions. The very people who was pouring bleach in desegregated pools and rocks at black students going to desegregated schools are now sitting there going, yeah, no, we don't see the point in talking about that. That would just make people feel bad. We're not going to acknowledge that. In fact, we're not going to acknowledge any cultural heritage whatsoever. Honestly, Temecula may as well just change its slogan to Whyte Power.
Are largely professional gaslighters when it comes to race. We are.
Hey, what's up, bro? Tag me in. Alright, I got it from here. So yeah, white people are professional gaslighters, liars, and deniers when it comes to race. I want this to be known. Race is a fucking myth. There is no race. We are all human beings. That is the only race, the human fucking race. There are different complexions and there are different fucking features as far as our face and our body and things of that nature. But there's only one fucking race. That's the reality of the situation. Like, it's bullshit. Like, my organs are the same fucking organs that are in another person's body. Like, the color of your skin or where you from don't give you a different set of organs. Doesn't line up your appendix in a different place than my appendix is. Doesn't put your intestines in a different place than my intestines is. Doesn't make fucking, your colon is the same colon as mine, bro. It's just in a different fucking body. Like, that's all it is. So, like, we really need to understand that. And, bro, I thank you for making this video. I thank you for exposing the bullshit and hypocrisy of most white people. Not saying all of y'all, because for the ones that do support the movement of trying to be inclusive and make sure that we're all really equal in this world, I appreciate y'all. Every POC appreciates y'all. Like, let's not get that twisted. We love our own people, but at the same time, race is a fucking myth, so y'all are our own people as well. Even if you got a different skin color, different religion, if you sleep with somebody that I wouldn't sleep with, I don't give a fuck about none of that. None of that really matters. We all human beings. And what's fucked up is, we be talking about, oh, these white balloons and all that shit, UFOs and all that shit. We better pray to God aliens ain't fucking real. Because if aliens is real, they gonna have an easy time taking us the fuck over, man, if they wanted to come and conquer the earth, bro. Because we so busy fighting each other about fucking now gay rights, trans rights, black and white, motherfucking financial issues, where really we all need to fucking band together, look at the powers that be, look at the people who really make decisions to keep most of us in this world fucking held down and to the bare minimum of living life. We need to look at those people and figure out what the fuck we can do to get them out of power instead of fighting with each other. Because as we fight with each other, it is so much easier for people to take advantage of us if we busy fighting with each other. If I'm arguing with my fucking neighbor all the time, I have no clue that the nigga is sneaking in my back door and stealing all my shit and fucking up my plumbing and fucking up my electricity in my house because I'm on the front lawn screaming at the neighbor across the street about where he places motherfucking trash cans. And that's how dumb and trivial some of these arguments is, because white people created race. And y'all been trying to fucking hold that as like y'all fucking trump card over everybody. You're not better than anybody. No human is better than any human. We all can be great people. We can all be pieces of shit. Decide which side of the line you want to be on.
Yeah, this is all we have for the stitches, and I really want to say that I appreciate the white man's sincerity, and like, you know, the stitches, like, oh, they all spoke very well. And let me know what you all think in the comment section, because this is where I'm gonna draw the curtain. See you all in my next video. Bye for now. Oh.